us again, Backward Star Galactica boys. I'm Jesse, he's Wilder. We're here to tell you about this show we barely understand. What's up with you?
One of these days you're going to let me say my own name.
I don't need you to say your own name. Quite frankly, you say enough. Anyways.
You don't really know how to pronounce it, though.
Is it Wilbur? Wilbur Schwab?
No, it's not. It's you pronounce it, you say Brad Pitt.
So why don't you tell the listeners, I'm going to breeze by that. Why don't you tell the listeners what we did, the big oopsie we did, if they didn't already know?
Yeah, well, believe it or not, we made a mistake. That might be hard for you to believe because we're not known to make those types of mistakes.
Basically perfect is what we are.
What we've done.
What we did. Yeah, what's already done.
What we've done is, remember how so we were pretty much crushing it. I think we can all agree. Season 4, we did it. And then we got to the Razor Part 2, and we were like, this is weird. This doesn't seem to take place before the last episode we watched at all. Like, didn't it end with them and like some ships? And didn't it end with Lee? And didn't Eye Patch have an eye patch? Turns out the Razor is a TV movie that takes place chronologically in the middle of season 2.
Now we are dumb, and that is for sure. Okay, that's on the record. It's in the books. You know, that story's been written. However, on Hulu, and I have a lot of problems with Hulu. We haven't really aired our Hulu grievances. I don't know if you have them, but I certainly do.
Oh, I got them.
But Hulu, it's not like we both were like ba-derp, ba-derp, and clicked in the wrong place. It's listed as
yeah. We didn't like go into the season 2 folder and just
like
start willy-nilly watching it. This one'll do.
Yeah, what if we did this one? Maybe this one is where we're supposed to be. It's listed as season 3, episode 22 and episode 21,
which is some bullshit. But I also did notice when watching this today, the one we watched, it says it says season finale on it.
Yeah, so, but what about what I don't read the fucking descriptions. I don't want any spoilies, you know.
And the only reason I even realized that this is what it is because when I was like writing the description for the podcast, I was like, oh, fucking what episode was this chronologically? And then I looked it up and it was like Razor is a TV movie.
Oh my god. You know what else I learned today? Because I was just poking around on Hulu, mad as hell, mad as all shit, trying to figure out what's what and up is down and whatnot. And if you go to when you click on Battlestar Galactica, and then in parentheses it says 2004, it says a television series based on the television miniseries from 2003.
What?
Yeah. So that's what I said. I was like, what? So then because I know that it's based on a show from like the 70s, I think.
Yeah.
And I scrolled one down in Hulu. And there is Battlestar Galactica, parentheses 2003, the miniseries, which, by the way, is 2 episodes. Not a miniseries, guys. I mean, a very, very miniseries, I suppose.
What the fuck is this miniseries?
I don't know, but we're going to have to watch that dumb shit, too. It's 2 parts. It's like, it's another 2-part episode, but it's...
Is it possible that that's what it was?
No, it was different.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, so we got more. Sorry, you thought we were done? Never.
And we're not even going to know. The way Hulu's dicking us around?
Yeah.
Really, really razzing our nuggets, Hulu.
My nuggets been razzed, for surely.
Now we really watched the second part
Which is
the
nuts.
finale.
It's another 2-part episode.
God, fuck off. So this is Crossroads Part 2.
Yep. Meet me at the crossroads.
Do you hear that? Me. Do you hear that? It's the boring detector. Oh, and it is going off like crazy. Because goddamn, that was boring.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I disagree with you so firmly.
Oh, you didn't think this was a boring episode?
Let me ask you something. Because we're getting ahead of things a little bit here. But do you typically like courtroom dramas? Because this episode was mostly a courtroom drama.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. So me neither. But I liked this because I didn't know what court case was about. It made it interesting to me.
Well, see, that made it even harder for me to connect because I did not understand what this. Most of this episode is Gaius on trial.
Oh man, this is great. I feel like this is the first time that we've really hard disagreed. I thought this was a very good episode. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Well, so at the end of this episode comes the thing we've been just we haven't stopped yipping our jibs about the nebula. And the nebula happens in this episode, and
it's nothing.
It might as well not have happened.
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's
we'll get
5
to it,
minutes.
I got some complaints. Let's do it right now. Shit list. Nebula. Nebula's my shit list today. Because what the fuck was the nebula? They just out of nowhere, Adama's like, let's go over to that nebula, and then they get there, and all of the final 5, except for Ellen, just start like hearing all along the watchtower in their ears. They're singing it the entire
horrible
show.
Cover.
Oh boy, really bad cover. Especially funny because All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix, probably the greatest cover of any song that's ever been.
Boy, it really biffed it on this one.
Yeah.
Really
Did you notice like throughout the episode, not even just the end, but most of the episode, they're just saying lines from All Along the Watchtower?
Oh, I did not notice that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Why didn't they
says no reason to get excited at any point. But anyways, the nebula, nothing happens. They all just walk into a room. They follow the sound of this song into a room, and then they all just know that they're Cylons.
Well,
why? How? Why? How?
So the
why?
power went down.
How
okay,
and why?
so the power went down. So that also happened, and the Cylons do attack. So that's also happening. And so maybe this moment would have more weight if we knew how long in the show as a viewer Starbuck has been gone, because she shows up at the end, and that might be huge.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like I wonder, maybe she hasn't been there all season. Maybe she's been, maybe like at the end of season 2, she disappears. In which case it would be like, oh fuck.
And
Starbuck's
obviously
back.
this is the point where fake Starbuck has entered the game.
Well, or like rebirthed. I don't understand.
Yeah. Charred corpse of old Starbuck is charred corpse at this point.
Right. I feel like we have reached a point, because they haven't really had a lot of smaller arcs. We've been dealing with sort of like the large arc of the show for the last couple episodes, and so I haven't misunderstood a lot, which is not typical. However, I am like, it's just like I still don't get. It's not from lack of information. I think at this point it's just lack of me understand. Like I'm just an idiot, and I don't get why anything. I still don't get why she was. Are we supposed to understand why her dead body was on a planet?
No.
And why she was gone and didn't know
she's
she was
gone
gone?
now. Now it's the harbinger of death.
I don't like. So I kind of feel like maybe this show just explained a bunch of shit with it's gods and stuff, and like no thanks. That's a big. I'll pass on that one.
I don't need that. I just don't understand how they knew they were a Cylon. So Nebula is my shit list. I've really been wanting it, and it really didn't deliver for me.
Yeah,
I've got a couple other shit lists.
Please hit me.
Lawyer, who's back? You're back. Your shit list still. Don't like Lawyer.
Are you kidding me?
Didn't like his cat line at the end.
No, it was bad, but we disagree so heartily on that. He's definitely on my leaderboard.
Oh, you like the Lawyer now?
Yeah, no, because first of all,
Sine qua non
he has
himself.
those blind guy glasses, and I'm a sucker for those.
You're loving the blind guy glasses. Doesn't put him on till the end.
Second of all, I mean, he beats the shit out of that case. Like he wins a case. Like
but he didn't do shit with it. That was all Lee.
Nah, he knew. He set Lee up
for like an insanely long speech. Speech was too long. It was what I would call too long of a speech.
And also, it was sort of tailor-made for this particular program we're doing, because he was like, let me explain everything that happened in like the last 48 months.
That
like,
was nice
okay,
of him to
let
do.
me get it.
I didn't like Lawyer, but you know who my leaderboard was?
Oh boy,
Eye Patch.
Okay, yes, definitely.
Because when he walks into the room at the end, he makes the funniest noise.
Yo, also he's listening to the walls at one point, which is great.
Yeah, Eye Patch is off the rails in this episode.
Oh, that's Looney Bird of the Week for sure.
Yeah, ding 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 ding. Looney Bird of the Week.
Yeah,
what do you got?
He tells I love that he tells Adama. There's the music is a plot. It's a Cylon plot, and Adama's just like, I got so much other shit to do.
Yeah, I can't worry about this right now.
He says, I'll look into it, and he's like, look into it, I'm right here. It's like, what does that mean? So he's I got a couple of a couple of leaderboards. So
Yeah.
Saul, leaderboard. Attorney, leaderboard. He kicks that case's ass. He sort of dunks on Gaius at the end, which I can't.
Yeah, well, it's always nice to dunk
I always
on
love
Gaius.
a good Gaius dunk. I'm gonna give the director a leaderboard
Ooh.
because of all of the Sam Raimi style shots when the music is playing.
With, like, going into Tori's ear over and
Oh
over
my
again.
god, that was so. It goes from just so you let me paint a picture for you, listener. There's a camera on the radio while something we haven't talked about. Tublord just banging Tori.
Banging Tori. Everyone's cheating on each other.
Well, it seems
I'm
like
glad to know that
Starbuck
he's
is
also
dead.
cheating on Starbuck.
Well, but
Because
Starbuck is
Starbuck's
dead
cheating on him.
to him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like it's maybe insensitive, but it's not like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they're like making out, and the camera is on the radio that starts to play the song, and then it does like a moving tracking shot that goes up and then upside down and then spins into Tori's ear to demonstrate like she hears it.
Yeah, it was a POV shot of sound waves.
And then I'm gonna give another leaderboard out. I'm telling you, I got a lot of them.
Oh boy,
The woman, I don't know if we've seen her before. It's also, I guess, maybe a new character. So before Tublord has the conversation with Gaius about like, what's that song you're singing? Mm-hmm. Not Gaius, Galen.
was it the woman that yells at him to get into the?
Yes, she calls them on 2 different occasions. She calls the pilots nuggets. Yes,
Yeah.
please, leaderboard.
Yeah, that was good.
She says, "Listen
and she also
up,
said
nuggets."
she also went yo. She said yo.
Yeah,
She was like yo, Anders,
get over
Yeah.
here, boy.
Yeah, she was cool. Did you catch that girl with the short hair that like caught him and Tori banging was? I think that's the one that the Caprica fucking murks, right?
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
And they have their little
she's
smoochy
so
poochie?
disappointed in Tublord.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oof.
Like I don't get. Like I get. I mean, I guess we have no concept again of how long Starbuck's been gone, but he's not cheating. To his knowledge, to everyone's
Well,
knowledge.
see, I didn't even realize that. I forgot that she was gone. So I thought she was reacting because she was like, "Oh, you're married, motherfucker."
Right.
Oh, men. That's what she said.
Oh, another thing I forgot I wrote down. The attorney, which I guess they're just talking facts, but when they're arguing like to file for a mistrial, which I love that Lee is just reading out of a book like an idiot, and then his grandpa wrote the book. Like, oh boy, cool.
Like Samuel Adama or something.
Yes,
Or
the fucking
Joseph.
best. But I love that scene because they're just like, no, Gaius, we should do a mistrial because everybody hates you. You're just everyone. They say the line, "Everyone in the courtroom hates you," which is so good.
How about that bald guy who just loses his fucking mind after
yeah.
the verdict comes in?
Oh yeah. See,
You
that's
got
what
a
I'm talking
leaderboard,
about.
or you got a shit list rather?
Yeah, I got a shit list. Well, first of all, Gaius, obviously, like,
Sure.
hi.
Though he was like more tolerable in this than most because he's not really talking a lot.
No, he's at the end. He really sucked. He went out of his way to suck with. Like,
Oh yeah, he was like,
I'd like to go on a book tour. What do you think?
yeah.
And also, it's funny
does
to me,
suck.
like, I know that there's a lot made about, like, courtroom appearances. Like, how a person looks can totally influence the way a jury, like, judges them. And he just went ahead and did, like, black shirt on black coat on black pants. Like, so you wanted to look like a dickhead. You wanted to look like a
fucking
literal
asshole.
villain.
We've also been sort of speculating, like we didn't have confirmation that there was an arc of Gaius being president yet. We're like, they keep talking about that, but is that a
Yeah.
thing? In this one, they mentioned former President Gaius Balter. So
Oh, it seems like we're about to get, like,
Sign
2.5
me up.
seasons of fucking...
give me that, give me that,
Yeah.
give me that.
Oh, boy, it's going to be trash.
So he's your only shit list?
I have sort of a shit list. Actually, no, it's just something I want to talk about, but it's in a shit list way.
Go on.
Did you notice they have televised news channel?
Oh yeah, and it was saying something really dumb too. What was it saying? I
Well,
meant to write it down and then didn't.
I thought it was about the trial, right? It was
Right.
like, but regardless of what it's saying, where the fuck has this been the entire fucking show? Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
We've been getting like radio broadcasts.
One of these Battlestars has a little TV station on it.
That's what I'm saying, and I will never ever stop. Like, what can I tell you? I don't remember anything from this show ever. I couldn't remember fucking Terry's name. Tori? I don't remember her name still.
God damn.
But let
Corey.
me tell you what I will never forget is when Starbuck was like, I have the last fucking tube of toothpaste on this goddamn fleet.
Yeah.
Who wants it? Oh, so you have televised news, but you don't have toothpaste. Go fuck yourself, Battlestar.
It's a good thing Gaius never got hold of this little. Maybe it's just like a public access type thing. Can you imagine if like the Gaius radio thing was just Gaius?
You could just book like 2 hours.
Yeah, because he does his creepy culty radio broadcast. That could easily have been a TV show where it's just him sitting in a chair smoking, talking nonsense.
Yes. I don't get why it was. Oh my god. The fact that there's like a television show is. That concept, the idea that they have televised media, is upsetting to me, and it's on my shit list.
Do you hear what I hear?
Ooh, it's horns.
Horns, horns, horns. Here we go. I got some questions for you.
Okay.
Do you long for something more?
Always.
Does the scent of the wind call to you?
Mm-hmm.
Does the scent of the trail call to you?
I guess.
Can you see your house from here?
Oh, my man!
So, I've got a sponsor for you. It's a little game called Whale Trail.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Today's episode is brought to you by Whale Trail, the mobile game. If you've never played it, it is about as big of a grand slam as mobile games can be.
Yeah.
You play as a friendly little whale, just zipping and bipping through the sky, eating up bubbles, trying not to hit some dastardly rain clouds. Comes with a great soundtrack.
It's also 7 years old. This is like a very, I mean, it's a deep cut.
I just kind of, we rode the trail back in the day. I kind of just found my way back to the trail.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't escape the trail.
No.
Here's the thing. You may think you can, but you can't.
Right. Yeah. It's sort of like a plague almost, but like a good one, a really good plague.
Yeah, like a boat curse, you might call it.
Yeah, it is a boat curse. That is true.
It has an incredible theme song.
Yeah.
Some nice voice acting.
You should look it up because we can't put any of this in the episode because of copyrights and whatnot. But
I wonder how much. Isn't there something about like you could put under 8 seconds of anything in there? Ooh,
you gotta check the books on that one. Yeah, that sounds like when your teacher is late to class and you're like, if we wait 5 minutes, we get to go home, and it's like that's not written anywhere.
Or like if you ask an undercover cop if they're an undercover cop,
yeah, they have
to say
to
yes.
tell you.
They live by magical rules.
Yeah.
I'll perform some of the Whale Trail soundtrack for you right now.
Oh my god, please don't. Oh god.
I can see my house from here.
Good.
Like that?
I didn't love it. They also added, probably not that recently, but recent to me, because I also cracked it because you had brought it back to my attention.
Ooh, can't escape the trail.
They added those sweet little challenge levels, and they are challenging.
Tasty. It's such a simple game. All you do is tap. Download it today. Whale Trail.
Yeah, it's on iOS, it's on Android, and it something that is underrated as a Subway boy like I am. Something that's underrated about
doesn't require internet.
Oh my god, it doesn't require internet. Like Jesus Christ, is it so hard, people? Nintendo betrayed me when they released fucking Mario Run.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
So,
and like a lot of mobile games, they're like, oh, you binge them for a couple months and then you let them go. Well, here I am, 7 years later.
Yeah.
Telling you to ride the trail.
Yeah.
When the trail calls, you gotta answer.
Yep.
Whale Trail.
Bingo.
Hello, weak nerds. My name is Thrak Two-Fist. Has this happened to you? You walk into an arena to slay a weak fool, but then you get embarrassed when you're supposed to say something cool like, looks like you won't have any arms anymore. Well, with my new Thrak Two-Fist Get a Better You system, I will give you the confidence you need to rip that weak fool's arms off and say something very, very cool. Featuring great tracks such as, You Don't Owe Me a Life Debt because I'm killing you as well. I am happy to see you, but that is a hammer in my pocket and I'm going to kill you. And my finance seminar, Rich Dad, Dead Dad.
Hey Thrak, how's the promo coming for Lost in the Multiverse? Our D&D podcast available at dnd.cool and wherever podcasts are found.
Oh, it's going great. You can leave.
Okay, bye.
Ignore that stuff. Thrak Two-Fist, get an angrier you.
So let's figure this episode out, huh? And I'm glad to know that at least this does take place before the last episode, because I was really confused.
Oh boy, yeah. We got a couple more, and it's the fact that neither of us has mentioned it is really telling. There was a couple more scenes where Presidente and and Caprica
Oh,
are
and
in the
Athena.
chapel.
Yeah, and they're having
and
those
Athena
shared visions, the Cylon projection.
Yeah. And I think the fact that neither of us mentioned it probably indicates to me that your feelings are the same, which is when I see those, I tune out. I'm done. I'm not going to figure them out.
Yeah.
We already saw the end and I didn't know.
It just makes me feel stupid because I
Yeah.
have no like, and I'm also frustrated, right? Because I can't really remember what comes of that.
Right.
It's like a vision of the future, but it sounds like Caprica's not making those images. Like she's part of them too. Someone else is making them. Who making them images?
I do like
Who
that.
making them?
Stop it. I won't. I'm not falling into this trap.
You want to know my favorite part? It's in the beginning when Adama is shaving and gives himself a very, very, very tiny little cut, and then little baby is like losing his mind. He's like, oh, and he's talking on the phone. He's like, oh yeah, I almost stopped the bleeding. It is a literal speck of blood on his neck.
It's so funny.
Like the guy's never cut himself before. It was an unbelievable overreaction.
He told the president calls him and is like,
she's like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, it's fine.
And he's like, I'm about to go back to bed.
Well, she's literally like dying of cancer, and he's like, I have a speck of blood on my neck.
I like when later she has a shared vision. In they both scream, and the doctor just says, "You're both freaking out at the same time."
Boy, world's worst doctor. What happened to John Hodgman? Is he only in that one episode?
I'm telling you, he's only in that one episode, and they just call him a brain doctor. They don't even say neurologist or anything.
That's a damn shame. I would love to just copy replace this doctor with John Hodgman.
I have a couple of quick hits.
Hit me.
That I wanted to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, why does Sexy Caprica not have a fucking prison jumpsuit? They just let her sit in this like sexy little top.
Yeah, because she's hot.
Okay, weak. I did want to point out that Gaeta fucking lies. Like, as shitty as Gaius is, Gaeta just straight up lies.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Well, Gaeta always sucks.
Yes. And then the best Gaius could come up with is he calls him Butterfingers. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was good. That was fucking good. Gaius got some dunks of his own in.
Yeah.
I forgot about long hair Jesus Gaius, though. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. I wonder how much time passed between these seasons, because Gaius's hair is horrible.
Well, but remember,
Lee's
he shaves it off
great.
in the first episode of season 4.
Right, correct. Lee's hair is not great. I feel like Lee almost has like a Jim Halpert transformation, where he goes from like this sort of flat bangs that were like sort of in the early 2000s to like a nice.
Speaking of Lee, if you want another example of how fucking dumb we are. Like, the fact that in the Razor, he's up for a promotion that he already had in all the episodes we watched. We never once brought that up or questioned it.
Right.
We were like, oh, yeah,
well,
I guess he wasn't whatever position he was the whole time.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
You know how in courtroom shows or dramas, there's often the, like, banter between the two lawyers, and it's, like, heavily implied that this is like not their first time against each other. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I always think that's kind of bullshit because, like, come on, how many lawyers? Like, there's so many lawyers,
especially in space. Well, they got what, 4,000 journalists or whatever.
No. Well, okay, yes, but what I was gonna say is actually the opposite, where this might be the only situation. How many lawyers could they have on board?
Well, Lee's just basically becoming one. That was so funny when he's just like picking up a law book and reading. It's like, well, it says that we could have a mistrial.
His fucking papa.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like it was like basically could have been a note from his dad. That's the best move,
his
probably.
Papa. Is that how you say grandpa?
Oh, that's how I say Lee's grandpa. It's his papa.
Oh boy, don't like that. Take that one to go. Wrap it up. Throw it in the garb.
I'm gonna throw you in the garb.
I think that's all I had.
Yeah, I'm pretty dry. I mean, we don't have to drag it out, but I am curious what you think is going to happen in the episode before that. I mean, I guess Gaius gets caught,
could
maybe?
Be anything. Caught doing what? Just cooperating
Yeah,
with a Cylon? Like, that's what he's on trial for, is, like, not killing a Cylon, and they want to put him to death. Crazy that people are getting put to death.
Well, and like Lee, as drawn out, as fucking overdone was his speech.
Yeah, it was pretty good though.
Made a lot of good points. It was like, hey, remember how everyone was hella shitty?
Yeah.
I get we all hate Gaius, which is great, because part of the speech is you're judging it just because you don't like him.
Yeah, and everyone's like,
How did he
yeah,
become
of course.
president?
Yeah, right. None of us like Gaius. That's right.
That's
like a stipulation.
Yeah, it really is.
Him.
Yes, and everyone's like, agreed, go
Yeah.
on.
You know how we all hate that
was an
sack of
election?
shit? Well, it must have been.
Why?
Maybe
And
people didn't...
everybody hates him. How did
Maybe
how did
no
he
one
win?
knew him personally at the time.
They just saw his handsome hair.
Yeah.
I don't want to get political.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Now I really don't want to. I realize we have a worst case scenario president currently in the America.
Right.
But can you imagine? He already looks really gross. Can you imagine if we had a president that looked like Gaius?
Oh boy.
Wouldn't that be sort of upsetting?
Yeah, but everyone would want to bang him.
Would everyone want to bang him?
I feel like, yeah.
I don't I mean, maybe if it was 2004 when this show aired, if he was president then instead of George W. Bush, but I don't think that people would want to bang him. Okay, here's our latest Twitter poll. You know, we're always throwing out Twitter polls.
Yeah, Gaius, hottie or a naughty?
Well, I want to get more specific. If Gaius was president, would you want to bang him?
I feel like that's even makes you want to bang him even more. Don't you want to be like, I bang the president?
I don't know. Do you want to bang the president we have right now?
No.
Did you want to bang George W. Bush?
Of course. We didn't even figure this out. Why? How the fuck did they realize that they're Cylons?
Yeah, that is. I mean,
They
we
just
did
walk
skate
into
over
that
a
room
little
and then
bit.
they know.
Yeah, I don't really get it. They verbally confirm it too. Like nobody says, they don't have a discussion.
Nope. They're just like, well,
oh, no.
I guess we're all Cylons.
Yeah. And then the scene with Saul after actually too, when he like goes back to his position and Adama's like, good to see you. And he acts like he's lying. He's like, I'm excited to finish the work or whatever he says. He looks like he's lying.
Yeah, he's got that
he's
frozen, scared eye patch look on his feckin' head.
He acts with his face more than any person I've ever seen. It's incredible.
It's pretty,
it's
bananas.
Very, very bad. Who do you think should be we got a lot of acting happening in this. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like monologuing from a lot of people. Who is the best actor on this show?
Ooh, best
Gun to your
actor
head.
on the show. I want to say maybe Starbuck.
No, wrong. She's so bad at acting crazy.
Galen Hull's pretty good.
That's where I would go. Galen is good. We haven't seen Tori's range, but Tori is... Terry? What's her name?
No, it's Tori, but like she hasn't done anything.
Nah, I thought she was really cool in the episode where who does she kill? Galen's wife?
Yeah.
I thought she kind of kicked ass in that episode and was like believable as sort of a menacing secret villain. She's like had like interactions with like the president and Gaius that are like, oh, this was pretty believable. Like she's one of the more believable characters. When Gaius speaks, I'm just like, God, you are a cartoon.
I will
You're like
tell
a
you
shitty...
who is not one of the best actors on this show.
Yeah.
Edward James Olmos.
Oh, boy, you got it, brother.
But I am just jonesing for my fix of an Adama freakout.
I feel like it's gotta be coming.
Sometimes I fear that there will be no more.
No, I think that all of this shit that's happening pre-trial that we're hearing about, where people are just committing treason, he's gotta have one. It seems like it's fucking chaos. Like, didn't it give the impression that the Cylons like board the ship and like hold a gun to Gaius's head? Like a lot of wacko shit.
Data did that.
But the Cylons are on the ship, right? Or like amongst them, like they're in a position where they have to cooperate or they're gonna die.
I don't know.
No good to me.
I haven't seen it. This is a very hard show. You ever think about that?
Oh my god, it's time. We gotta go.
Oh boy.
Thank you so much to Bad Todd for the music and Adam Faye for the art. And and a special shout out to Will Scoville and Stephen Koo, who in person, in real life, told me how much they love the show.
Ooh!
Hey guys, don't be afraid to come tell Wilder and I either on the internet or either on my face to face.
Don't you want to be like Will Scoville and Stephen Koo?
Of course you do.
Of course you do.
Hell yeah. Tell us how much you like the show. Tell your friends how much you like the show. Download the show. And for Christ's sake, Venmo us some money.
Yeah, you be good cop. When you're done, I'll be bad cop.
Okay, was I just good cop? That was good cop?
Yeah, you were very controlled and you're
okay. All right, okay, yeah. Jeez Louise. Holy beans, you guys. We're just out here trying to make good content. I just want the best for you. I got to step out for a second.
Did you say holy beans?
Yeah, I was being a good cop. Okay. I got to step out for a second. This is my partner, Wilder, and he is a little rough around the edges. I'll be right back. I just shut the door.
Look at me. You fucking looking at me right now? Listen to my voice. You can't look at me, you fucking idiot. Look at me. Listen to me.
Hey, do you guys want a Diet Pepsi? Do you want a Diet Pepsi or like a Fresca? I'm running for refreshments.
And then while you're at it, why don't we get him a fucking birthday cake? We don't want any fucking Diet Pepsi. Listen to me.
Okay, so that's a no on the Diet Pepsi, but I will go get a birthday cake.
Get the fuck out of here.
I left.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If you don't Venmo us some money and subscribe and rate our show, I'm going to kill my entire family. Yep.
Was he like a chocolate or like an ice cream cake? I think is risky. It might melt by the time I get it. Or what kind of birthday cake?
We don't want. I was being sarcastic. You fucking idiot.
Okay, so just the Diet Pepsi then.
Scene. Thank you for our little play written and directed by Edward James Olmos.
Okay, thank you so much to everyone we already thanked, and please tune in next week for Mike's phone number.
Bye.